I'm Jen Page.
And I'm John Curtis.
And we are two nerds in a garage. We have music this time, hopefully. If you guys watched last week, we had awkward dancing with no music because the music wasn't working.
Do yourselves a favor. Go check out last week's episode. Play it from the beginning. And you will see us dancing without music. And it is so cringeworthy.
It is. It's very bizarre.
It is ridiculous. So hopefully we had music there and we were dancing to something.
So, Playing with Beethoven, the movie that you're in.
Yes.
Officially has premiered to the world.
Woo!
It's went to Dance with the Films. I had 2 screenings.
Very nice.
So far, the feedback has been very lovely, but I guess maybe people aren't going to come give you bad feedback. They will.
That was a stinker.
Once we hit Amazon, we're going to get all the trolls giving us the bad feedback.
Yes. Even our lovely audience members may chime in.
Well, we're going to make them all buy it.
Oh, okay, great.
Right? They're going to want to buy it, though, right?
I hope so.
Good morning, nerds. Hello, Summer. Summer Walters is our executive producer of said movie I just spoke of.
Well, what a
Look
coincidence.
at that timing there. Oh.
Another banner day today in terms of temperature.
Yes.
We could have been 2 nerds in a air-conditioned room inside a house. We could have been those 2 nerds. But no, we had to be 2 nerds in a garage, in a hot, sweaty garage.
96. It's going to get up to 100 before we're done. Is that what the prediction
You are
is?
going to see me melt real time again.
I feel okay right now, but I don't get as hot as you do. Well, I don't even know. I just...
Would it be too weird to the nerd community to switch places at this point in the game?
Probably would. Good morning, nerds. It is most excellent to see you here today. We've got Dave. We've got Jenna.
Brian McKee. Of Celtic Storm Designs. Who made this gigantic mug? Your Ren Fair needs all met right here.
Oh my God.
I love it. Love.
So I have a question for you this morning, nerds, before we jump into the main part of the show. If you could move anywhere in the country, where would you move? Assuming you could still do the job you do.
Yep.
John and we've decided I can pretty much do my job I do from anywhere because I can just fly to direct things. Like even the 2 features I'm attached to don't film in LA. And we've been looking for a house in LA. Yesterday, our hunt found us a $450,000 house in LA that was completely burnt to the ground.
It was a $450,000 lot, an ash.
Well, but it wasn't even just a lot. Like we actually would have to knock the house down first to make it a lot.
Hey.
But if we move to Fayetteville, Georgia, where they have Pinewood Studios and it's 30 minutes from Atlanta, one of the biggest film countries in the world, we can have a mansion for $450,000.
Like a palatial, let's give the dog his own 2 rooms sort of mansion.
Yes. Like that one particular one had a movie room. It had a gym. It didn't have a pool, though, which I found weird on a $450,000 mansion. Didn't have a pool.
Right.
But the other one we love is on a lake and has a pool. Why are we here again? Why are we here?
Because this hot, sweaty garage.
Brian McKee agrees with you, though. He says Alaska. You have big dreams of Alaska.
I have friends a friend that I see her stuff in my Facebook feed all the time. And it's these beautiful pictures and not cold because the cold is what's keeping her
can't do it. And the dark. I like sunshine.
Well, you've got the Aurora Borealis at night. A lovely green,
No, I like sunshine. That's another reason I'm in LA.
Anyway, she's posting these pictures and it's just lakes and forests and
blue sky,
salmon all the time.
Yeah.
Man.
What do we got? We got Jason Smith says, sounds like nerds need to insulate the garage. I see that project. Well, that's another thing that talks about us moving because we're renting now. So we want to move so we can have a space that we can do whatever we want to the garage. Because it would cost us, I actually had a friend who quoted for us. It wasn't that bad. It was $2,500, but I'm not going to spend $2,500 to insulate someone else's garage. Yeah. Summer Walters says she wouldn't live anywhere else. She loves where she lives. You know why? She lives in Marina Del Rey. Which is Los Angeles, quote unquote, but it's probably 76 degrees there right now by the ocean.
Smith, Wilmington, North Carolina has the studio that did Dawson's Creek and others. Pretty cool area.
I have heard lots about North Carolina. I don't know that there's enough filming for me. Atlanta's a big TV town, so I want to be near TV studios. Right. But North Carolina is probably a very nice place to live. It's got the ocean. I don't really like oceans, though. I think both of us are more lake people. Wouldn't you think? Would you say?
Yeah. Agreed.
Hoffman, our next door neighbor, is retiring and moving after January. That house has a pool.
And he's next door. Terry Simmons, Colorado. The sun shines almost every day.
I have heard Colorado's amazing. And Brian McKee lives there as well.
And Miss Jason Smith lives there as well.
What is happening? Is Bixby talking to him?
She is.
Stop.
You know, I have a, speaking of houses, I have purchases that I want to pass by you right now.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Look that way real quick.
Look this way. You need me to share your screen?
No, we're good. So first thing I want to ask about.
Well, you need to share the screen so that you're going to flip to, okay.
Can we get this?
That's pretty well done. I thought that was a wall thing because it's sticking out.
So can we get that?
I mean, of course.
Okay. Really?
I mean, it's not going to go in the front room.
Okay. Well, then I have another purchase to ask you about.
Okay.
Look the other way.
I don't know why we just don't screen share this. It would make it so much easier.
All right.
Sorry. Waiting.
What about this?
No.
Is that too much?
Now we've gone too far.
What?
No.
Come on. We could get it. For our podcast
also,
listeners.
If I lay down on my stomach, it's going to look like he's grabbing my boobies.
It's going to look like? For our podcast listeners, we were just discussing, the first picture was a Han Solo and Carbonite doormat. Easy purchase. So I am going to get that, right?
Not right now, but
okay. The second was Han Solo and Carbonite sheets, bed sheets.
It looks too realistic, podcast listeners. It's too realistic.
All right. House purchases are set.
We have a nerd question.
Ooh.
From our audience. I wasn't sure if I should ask it because it's almost kind of a topic, but we've talked about this a lot on the show, so I figure, why not tackle it?
Is this our first nerd question?
No, we have
No,
one.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, this is what Summer thinks of your bed sheets. Ew!
Hey, if we survive the freezing process, we'll be okay.
Okay, so nerd question. With the lack of new shows coming out, my boyfriend and I are finding ourselves in a major show hole. What shows do you recommend that are perfect binge shows for couples, preferably on Netflix?
Ooh, okay. That's a good question. Show hole.
Well, the first
show
we're going to recommend is Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek.
Even though the last season is not on Netflix yet, you can watch it on Pop. But at least you can get to the last season if you're only doing Netflix.
And you watch a few commercials and you watch it for free anyway.
New Girl.
Yes.
We binged that together, and it's all on Netflix.
And we just heard Jake Johnson on a podcast talk about his experiences working with Tom Cruise and on New Girl. Jake Johnson plays Nick on New Girl. It is hilarious. And now I want to go back and watch.
So the show it was Justin Long's show.
Right.
So it's a
not to promote a different podcast.
No, but I want to promote him. Life is Short with Justin Long. He's got way more listeners than us. He's fine. But the point is, go find this episode because it's actually really fun.
It's so entertaining.
I think that Justin Long has had a lot of interesting guests. Dax Shepard's armchair expert actually has some of my favorite interviews, though. But that Jake Johnson one was really fun.
There wasn't a second. He was talking for a good half hour, and there wasn't a second that wasn't entertaining.
But anyway, so on the New Girls, the New Girl story he talks about how he and Max Greenfeld, one of my favorite actors ever, they both had they didn't know each other, and they both went in with different views of what the show was supposed to be during the pilot. And Max went in as a 3-camera guy, like, this is gonna be funny and upbeat and over the top, and Jake goes in with
Johnson, he thought it was going to go in for freaks and geeks, like a edgy fox,
Yeah, so he's doing it more serious and grounded, and ultimately Max basically won out, and the show was much
the advice he gave him was like, imagine you have a live studio audience for this take, okay? Just go over the top.
And I guess they were like hating his take and hating his take and then finally he does the Max Greenfeld, and they're like, we love it, done. And
New Girl was born.
Yes. I love those two together.
But it's a story with Tom Cruise making The Mummy, the Tom Cruise Mummy movie, which I had never seen, but now I want to see it.
Well, let's get back into our nerd question here because they can listen to the episode.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Brian McKee actually has a very, very good advice. Cobra Kai.
That is.
It's only 2 seasons, but you can binge it right now on Netflix and get caught up before the 3rd season comes out.
Look, they're promoting this show a lot. Like it's in all my feeds. And I just was like, okay, I'll watch a commercial for it. And it just recapped stuff I'd already seen, but it still got me so excited.
You know, what's funny is there's memes going around now that are like, they're memes that are like, my friend who's like excitedly tweeting about how Cobra Kai's on Netflix and it's so good. And me saying, I told you to watch it 2 years ago.
Yes. Yes. We're on the ground floor.
It's pretty great.
You get a gold star.
Another Netflix. We're currently binging Madam Secretary. So if you like political shows, Madam Secretary, but maybe West Wing first. If you haven't seen that, that's a really good binge.
I think I should start that.
Well, I mean, when you have time, sure.
Jennifer Aarons, we want to pop her comment up. She has another Han Solo and Carbonite for the fridge.
Okay, but let's keep on this. We got to keep moving forward here. No, stop looking back.
Okay.
So any other, I mean, this isn't Netflix, but I would also highly recommend Upload on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
That's a really great couple
good
binge.
That's definitely a couple's binge.
Yeah.
Any show where you fall in love with a couple that's falling in love on TV, as a couple, you're probably gonna like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then if there's a little bit of like that, like you're kind of judging your own relationship on that.
Yeah.
I think
that's the only bad part of watching that.
Why was it bad?
Because
I was gonna say that like this is the first time I'm in a relationship where I think, oh, like we're better than them, or we're like them.
Or you could be better like him.
When have I ever?
I know. I'm just saying.
Now I'm thinking you thought that about me.
Not at all. I'm just saying that's a pitfall.
No, let's talk about this.
No. I am for the record. Camera, for the record, I am not saying I watched a show worse. I saw someone on that show. But I'm not saying that. Why are you looking at me? That's
you thought it. I didn't think it. I haven't. So, past relationships, I've watched shows that are really romantic, and you're like, man, my relationship sucks. But I don't think about us. I think we have movie love, babe.
That's true. Although I do have one gripe.
Moment.
I do have one gripe.
What?
You could be Madam Secretary.
I am Madam Secretary.
You are not the head of state.
I am the head of all things.
I had a joke.
Let's face it. In my line of business, am I not Madam Secretary?
You are Madam Secretary. You're Madam President.
Do you wouldn't want me to be working in the White House?
Nah, just make your movies.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Because first of all, you could get cast in my movies.
That's right.
And like, really, would we want to be in the White House right now? No. Oh, Hoffman has a good suggestion for couples, except I think I'll use the right spelling. Heroes.
It's
on Amazon, though I guess not Netflix.
Right.
Jason Smith says Last Airbender and Legend of Korra are binge worthy. I don't know if those are couple binge worthy though, unless you're like super nerdy, like both of you are into anime and cartoons.
What are we?
I'm not into anime or cartoons unless it's The Simpsons.
You know what? You need to change that. There's a lot of good cartoon content.
He wants me to change. See, it's just backing up what he already said. The truth is coming out right here.
I had to back this stuff up. Beep.
What else do you want me to change?
No.
Also, I want to acknowledge that the air is now gone hot.
Okay, turn it off.
I'm hoping it's going to go back to cool.
Yeah, if I'm dripping on air, just tell me.
Summer says she
is Madam Secretary.
I just want to back that up.
Terry Simmons, Newsroom. That's a good one.
Yes.
Is it a couples?
Newsroom is if you're liking West Wing and Madam Secretary thing. Think about Madam Secretary that I think is a good couple binge.
Because they have a good couple relationship.
Exactly. But Newsroom is definitely, it's only one season. And
it's not.
Yes, it is. They never came back. It's one, I'm pretty sure, fact check me. I'm pretty sure it was one glorious season that never came back. And Dave Hoffman will fact check us. He's our official fact checker.
Thank you, Dave, in advance.
Jason Smith, just because something aired on Nickelodeon doesn't mean it's not anime. I mean, it's still an anime style, right? Like anime is a style of cartoon.
Last Airbender is anime style, yeah.
Wow, he agreed with me and not you.
I just want
to hold on to this moment for a second because normally you agree with everything Jason says. Okay, today
is the day
that
we
will be excellent. I don't think that's the right tune. I feel like that was you're doing Wayne and Garth's tune with the air guitar from. Am I wrong? I don't.
No. I can't. What are we doing? Okay.
So we watched Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Face the Music.
Last night. Well, I watched it last night.
I watched most of it.
Snored next to me.
It was a long work week, but did finish it this morning.
And so what are your, so here, okay, we're going to start with saying this.
Yes.
We're not going to give you any major spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, we're going to talk about a sort of an overall thing and what we liked. But that said, for the next 5 minutes, if you want to hear nothing.
Yes. If you want,
go get your coffee and come back in 5 minutes.
There might be inadvertent spoilers for Bill and Ted Face the Music.
I'm not, because I'm going to talk about my favorite parts of it, which may be a spoiler.
I have a feeling you're going to be similar.
Same thing.
Yeah.
But overall, would you say you liked the movie? Because there was a point in the beginning where you're like, this is dumb, I'm falling asleep.
Right. So I would say up and through what I watched yesterday, I was on pace to be like, it was nice. It was really nice. And then all of a sudden, when I finished it this morning, I got a lot of the feels.
Well, you were sleeping. You needed rest.
But I remembered everything I saw yesterday, and then I continued today, and it really hit me hard, all the feels. All the nostalgic feels from the old movies, like this cross-generational thing happening. It just seemed like, I don't know.
I would agree that if you, this is, so Chris Edgar had said I should watch it, and I was like, well, it's very cute, but I think you enjoy it more if you were a Bill and Ted fan. So if you aren't a Bill and Ted fan, you may actually not like it. But there's a lot of fun stuff, especially for music lovers. Wait. Dave Hoffman did fact check, and I'm totally wrong. Newsroom had 3 seasons.
Oh, kaboom, boom, boom, boom.
It doesn't happen often, so enjoy your moment.
I was right.
For once. But also that makes it weird because I only remember 1 season. So I'm very confused. Now I have to go back. Was there more seasons I didn't watch?
Yeah, probably 2. If my math is correct.
McKee, I'm disappointed about Bill and Ted. Please confirm that that's what you're disappointed about. I think it is. So what I don't think I'm disappointed because I think that it was actually better than we expected. Because the old movies don't hold up. And it was really hard watching Keanu be so goofy.
Here's the thing. I think it was easy for us to put away all the silly 80s stuff that was cool in the 80s, but is just, ridiculous in movies today.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the whole movie's ridiculous in terms of what's going on. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And I hate that I did not get her name. I should research her name. I think that the daughters make this movie, especially Little Bill. No, Little Bill, because Little Ted is from a show I watch on Netflix.
The brunette.
That I'm actually forgetting the name of right now. And it's such a good show. Quarantine is really it's seriously, names are just out the window.
So anyway, though.
Me.
She can do it to me.
I think that the blonde girl, can you look up their names?
Sure.
Both of them right now, please. Actually, we can ask fact check Dave Hoffman to do it for us. I think she was I don't know who she was. She wasn't familiar to me. I didn't know where she came from. And I just thought she stole every scene she was in.
They were my favorite part of the movie too. My gripe about that is that it was done 100% completely before because of Jay and Silent Bob's reboot.
See, okay, I was reminded of Jay and Silent Bob's reboot, but I think it was different. And also, they may have written these at the same time. They may have filmed, we don't know
It was exactly the same.
It was not exactly the same. Jay and Silent Bob's daughter Jay's daughter didn't go into the time and space to try to save her dad's.
They were both about the dads who thought they had dilemmas that's
a million movies.
But that they both had both had daughters. That's spoiler.
Oh my God, guess what?
Save the day.
Arnold Schwarzenegger had a daughter in one movie, and
two guys, two daughters.
No, they only had one daughter. Ha! You're already wrong.
What are you talking about? They only had one daughter.
Jay and Silent Bob didn't both have daughters. Only Jay had a daughter.
Yeah.
You're just getting confused because it was Kevin Smith's real life daughter.
Yeah, I am. That's what happened.
So again, tell me how they're exactly the same. Okay, so
I'm not gonna fact check that for you.
What
What
was your favorite? I have a feeling our favorite part of the movie was probably the same favorite parts of the movie.
Okay, let's say it at the same time. You ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Jesus Christ and the cowbell.
That was not my favorite part of the movie. I didn't even notice that. Actually, now that you say that, I remember that.
Can we talk about when you let's say something at the same time and you implicitly agree?
I didn't agree, actually. Let's rewind the tape. I never said okay. I just stared at you like this isn't gonna happen.
That's agreement. Silence.
My favorite part was actually one of my favorite parts was, this is a spoiler, close your ears. La la la. Jimi Hendrix and Mozart, the little improvised solo moments.
That was great.
That was great.
Oh, I did really, really appreciate them when they're getting the band together. There was a Guitar Center moving truck right there.
That's what I said. Well, you were sleeping, and I was like, well, that's convenient.
Yeah. The truck and the stage. I loved it though.
And I won't tell what the ending is, but I will say the ending is very happy making. Yeah. It's very joyous. And the movie's whole overall theme is really about how music can bring the world together. And I think that's really lovely.
I love the end credits.
The end credits were fun too.
Cute. Just people dancing in the air.
Babe, come on. I just said we weren't going to tell them what the ending was. And it doesn't matter. I just said it. Let somebody have some surprise. Did any of you guys watch it yet? I'm wondering now if they've heard us talk about it, if they're like, I have no desire to watch it.
I know, the melting it begins.
Well, we started talking about Bill and Ted and Keanu Reeves and realized he had done a bazillion movies. How many movies exactly?
When I looked up Keanu Reeves on IMDb, it showed and listed 107 credits, movie credits.
Movie credits. So that's not like TV and all the other stuff.
No.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
And I started going through his credits. I don't know 99% of the movies Keanu Reeves has done. That's what I found out too.
That's what I found out. We have seen a tiny portion. So if I've seen, let's say I've seen 10 Keanu movies, I've seen 10% of the movies that he's done. Or even not even seen, heard of.
He has done a lot of work in every genre.
So let's not talk about
every genre.
As usual, let's please hold our honorable mentions to the end.
Yeah.
And give me your number 5.
My number 5, best Keanu Reeves movie, Devil's Advocate.
That is my number. Oh, it dropped off my list. It was on there. I do like it.
Devil's Advocate, I'm telling you.
Odd and creepy. And
I think, it's anchored by Pacino, but it just came up, I just started imagining Keanu Reeves movies, and that popped into my head. And it's not even a great Keanu Reeves performance, which I guess...
I know. I was debating if we should do Keanu Reeves performances versus movies, but we went movies.
Yeah. And I don't want to poo-poo. We all love Keanu Reeves, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to poo-poo him with all the, the old story of he can't act. Whoa. That's all he can do. He can do more. But Devil's Advocate's not his best.
And David's right. He had a very young baby Charlize Theron as well.
Oh my God. I got to go back and watch that now again. After The Craft.
My number 5 is Hardball. I'm a big fan of baseball movies, especially movies that are kids' baseball movies with an adult who's sort of out of sorts and has to help them win the victory.
What was he in Hardball?
He was the coach.
That's right.
We should go back and watch that one. We love watching these baseball movies.
The kids had green jerseys, yes. Right?
And there's actually a teenage Michael B. Jordan in it.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in.
Yeah.
All right.
I would love to rewatch that one because I do love all the baseball ones. And we've been watching all the cheesy ones with all the
Yeah. Some really bad 90s
We
sports.
still enjoy them though.
Yeah. Are we moving on, or is the audience has number 4? Is again, it just popped into my head and I couldn't get rid of it. Speed.
Okay. Speed is my number 3.
Wow, that's high up on the list.
So I actually, when we started talking about Keanu and I wanted to prep for this, I wanted to go back and watch it because it was very high in my brain.
Yeah, you just can't. When it's on cable, you have to watch Speed.
You got to stop saying when it's on cable. It doesn't happen. When is the last time you had cable?
It's a habit, If you're There's tons of things on free apps now, like Freeform and Vudu.
Okay, then
and
say when I run across it streaming.
Streaming, you have to watch it. Am I wrong?
So, but I want to recap some things about
Nerds,
Speed.
am I wrong?
I want to recap some things about Speed that none of you probably remember because I didn't.
Okay.
It still made my number 3. But so first of all, it's definitely shot by a dude and a dude in the 80s. There's this whole like
80s. Was it 90s? It's 90s.
It might have been 90s, but it was like an 80s feel. Trust me, because even the opening credits had that like speed. Whoosh, whoosh. It's very 80s feeling in the opening. Trust me. If you go back and watch it. So remember when everybody's stuck in the elevator and they're pulling people out of the elevator? Yeah. Okay. So everybody has a shot that's from the front. We see everybody getting pulled out from the front where their faces are.
Oh, I remember the butt shot.
One girl has a big butt shot.
And an upskirt, yeah.
Why?
It's so funny you mentioned that because I actually
remember
that.
I did not until I watched it and I was like, come on.
So, here's the thing about Speed, too.
Yeah, about Speed also. Because there is a Speed.
There's Speed too, not the sequel.
Fact checker Dave Hoffman says Speed was 1994, the year I graduated high school.
Oh.
You started college that year.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves isn't especially good in that movie. Why do we love Speed?
No, no, I disagree.
What do you do?
What do you do? That is what I want to talk about. He is so much better than you remember him.
Look, all of his action stuff is just spot on. That's why he became a movie star.
I am telling you, go back and watch it. I'm a snob about acting.
Total snob about acting.
He is actually so much better than I remember him. Sandra Bullock, of course, that was really her breakout role. Through the roof. She's so good. Every second of it is just fantastic.
Wildcat.
And I will say that her acting in that, this is going to sound the opposite of what it means, but it's pretty much the same forever because she was just that good already. Do you know what I'm saying? Like she just gets better and better.
Yeah.
You could put that performance in a movie today and it would still work. He's so much better than you think. Other things about Speed. Do you remember it was grown-up Cameron from Ferris Bueller?
Yeah, that I remember.
Do you remember?
He was in the bus, yeah.
Oh, the music. As soon as the music started, I was like, this sounds like Bad Boys. It was Mark Mancini. It's exactly Bad Boys music before Bad Boys had come out. And then what else do I have on my list? I guess I just said I found myself. There was a point or two where I actually found myself like kind of on the edge of my seat, holding my breath, and going, you know what happens in this movie, stupid. Calm down. It still is a good movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Except the beginning. The beginning's terrible.
Why?
Because of the stupid credits and the cheesy butt shots and the weird 80s movie feel. But once we get on the bus, or once the first bus blows up, it's still really good. It's still really well done. And it's good. It was pre-cell phones because this movie would have never worked.
I've seen Speed a million times. Do you remember why he had to have the bus moving?
Yes.
Wait,
of course,
because you could just hold them hostage in a bus and say, I'm going to blow it up if anyone tries to get off.
But I remember this without rewatching it. The reason it was called Speed was because there was a speed limit. It couldn't go below. So basically, here's what happened.
Why did the bus?
Here's exactly what happened. So Keanu foiled his plans. It was Dennis Hopper, right?
Yes.
He foiled Dennis Hopper's plans with the elevator. He had worked on for 3 years. He was super angry. So he went purposely after Keanu.
Yes.
So he blew up a bus in front of him up with his longtime sort of friend, buddy, person he sees. And then he says, there's a bus, there's a bomb. Once it hits 55, the bomb's going to load. Yes. And if it goes under 55, the bomb will blow up. Now, you didn't have cell phones, so he couldn't call anybody on the bus. And the guy had blocked the radio. So Keanu had to go find the bus, and then he had to get in a car chase to try to get to the bus. It was super action-packed. They made everything make sense. There was no
question.
There's no holes. You're acting like there's a hole.
Why did the bus have to be moving? He could have just put the bomb on the bus, called up someone and said, if anyone gets out of that bus, I'm going to blow it up.
That wasn't fun for him. It was about the game.
Oh, okay. So he's great. All right.
And so Keanu had to get on, and then Keanu's on the bus, and then there's speeding, and then the whole thing is about the game. There's no holes. I'm telling you, I watched it. There are no holes. We talked a lot about that. That maybe should have been my number 1. Let's go back to my number 4.
All right.
Oh yes, Jason Smith is correct. Keanu was smart for not doing Speed 2. And here's the thing, though. Sandy did Speed 2.
Sandy.
I remember her. Sandra Bullock did Speed 2. I remember hearing
Sandy and Key.
Well, she's going to work with me a lot, so I already guess call her Sandy.
Gotcha.
She's very high on my list of people I want to work with. I remember reading an article that she did Speed 2 because she felt like Speed that gave her career.
It did.
So she felt obligated to do it.
Yeah.
And I remember Speed.
That's nice.
But I think that Speed 2 would have actually been better had they had Keanu and not.
What was the biggest movie Keanu Reeves did before Speed? Off the top of your head.
I don't know if I remember. Bill and Ted?
Oh, yeah. Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Smith. And you wouldn't have a lot of us sitting on a bus that's not moving. See, there's just the holes were all filled. It was very smart. Even Sandy's reason for being on the bus was that she lost her driver's license and now she's driving the bus. And she lost her driver's license for speeding. Like everything about it was just very well written, guys.
Keys.
Okay, my number 4.
Yes.
Sweet November, also a Keanu Charlize Theron movie. Did you see it?
No.
It's
Will not.
It's a romantic story. Why not?
Eh.
It's kind of an interesting setup where they're supposed to be together for the month and then like not fall in love, just like have whatever happens. But of course they fall in love and then she pushes him away because she's dying and it's dramatic and romantic and
you can tell me what happens.
Yeah, well. Anyway, so you have your number 4 already. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Constantine.
I like Constantine a lot, but I couldn't remember it enough to put it on my list.
Oh, God.
I just remember that he was like an angel.
I would say that's one of his best acted movies in terms of, because this is a downtrodden, just, he knows he's going to die. He's doing all this stuff. He does everything begrudgingly, but for a purpose. And then, like, his good heart somehow shines through it, all of this, and then you've got action and cool occult stuff. Hell.
I'd probably revisit that.
Yeah. Love me some Constantine.
Hoffman says Constantine is way underrated.
Oh, Point Break was before Speed. Just saying. Thank you, Jason Smith.
So that's interesting. I know it's Point Break is a very highly touted movie. Is it on your list?
No.
It's not on my list either because I
never
never watched it.
Oh, wow. You should watch it to watch it.
I mean, I know enough about it from like the history, but
didn't they have a remake?
I think they tried to do a remake. Oh. I don't know. All right, my number
3 or 2.
My number 3 was Speed. So my number 2 is John Wick.
My number 2 is John Wick. I have a feeling our top 2 are going to be the same. I know. It's not John Wick 2 or 3.
There's no way our number 1 is the same. There's no way in all of the world our number 1 is the same.
Well, then I don't know how you left one off your list.
So John Wick I love the first one.
Yep.
The second, third one are fun, but I think like and they're doing a 4th and a 5th. It's like, it's just, the action starts to get repetitive, even though I like that they try to up the bar on what action can be, but it's still like, it's just still movie action, you know?
Yeah. But even Keanu Reeves training to be John Wick is entertaining. You saw him on the gun range, just with all the like.
I liked the first movie the best, for sure. For sure.
It's just the world they created.
Yeah.
Completely created for this underground, criminal.
I do love how
hierarchy.
John Wick, how he operates, like how everything is. He doesn't do anything without purpose.
Yes.
There's no movement without purpose.
And every movement is just awesome.
Very much like Bourne Ultimatum, the first one with Matt Damon. It was the same sort of
thing.
It's so much more interesting to watch when everything has purpose.
I liked every one of the Bourne movies with
Matt Damon. Me too. But I'm just saying, like, I think they fell off of that sort of.
Anyway. Your number 1.
Well, you do your. Well, let's see. Brian McKee's number 1 is The Replacements.
It just missed my list.
I don't even remember it at all.
Just a good sports movie.
The
Foosball.
I figured I'd like
Gene
it.
Hackman.
I like sports movies.
Yeah.
What is your number 1?
The Matrix.
I knew it.
Okay, but come on, how can you? It was.
I've watched 1 of 3 now.
Broken. Must reboot.
1 of almost 4 now.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch the other ones, but I didn't watch the first one. Like, oh my god, I gotta watch the next one.
It was groundbreaking.
It was at the time, and I'm sad I didn't watch it at the time.
Just Keanu Reeves posing in a black trench coat with those black sunglasses. It's so badass.
It's very iconic. Yes.
Come on. What is your number 1? And why did The Matrix not make your top 5?
This is why I made him go first, because he's about to be so angry that this is my number 1. And
how do you leave The Matrix off your best Keanu Reeves movie?
My OCD is driving me nuts. I can't. I gotta fix the wardrobe. Right. My number 1 is again Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock.
What?
In The Lake House.
Oh my god.
The Lake House is one of my favorite movies ever. It's my top 10 favorite movies ever in life.
What?
Have you even seen it?
No.
Then you can't say it.
I saw it the first time when I watched The Notebook.
No, it's completely
or
different.
Sweet November.
It's completely different. I didn't like The Notebook, first of all. The Lake House is so, here's the thing, Mr. I'm being tough like in the Matrix. You would cry at The Lake House. Tough. You would so cry. But it's not, this movie is just, it's really well done. It's beautifully made. And I could not tell you another movie that has the same exact plot line. Our audience might think of one.
What is it?
But it's being stuck in the wrong time zones.
Oh.
It sounds corny, but it's really beautifully done. And it's like trying to, and they never can fully meet.
Like Pacific or Eastern time zones?
No, like parallel universes.
Oh.
It sounds corny, I know, but it's really beautifully done, and I really love it. And it's
Kate and Leopold.
It's such a beautiful. That's so corny. I don't think so, because didn't they come together, and the whole movie's about them being together in the wrong time zones?
Yeah.
No, that's different. This is like they're both in, say, 2020, us right now.
But like I'm like parallel universes.
But I have to write a letter to you to find it somewhere because I think it's really well done.
Ridiculous. Sweet November's your #1 Keanu Reeves movie.
Sweet November is not my #1. The Lake House.
The Lake House. They all blend together.
They don't. I'm actually really angry right now, and you are going to be watching The Lake House just because you have ticked me off. Because after he's watching, he's going to be like, that was really good, babe.
We'll see. We'll revisit. Shall we? We shall.
The anger is real. Summer, thank you very much. I love The Lake House with lots of I don't Time Traveler's Wife. Time Traveler's Wife.
I think that was with Guy Pearce.
But I think that the difference is he kept popping into her space. So in different time periods. This is not that. These two people they're growing together at the same time. They're the same age.
Okay.
It's I'm not explaining it well. I understand that. But it's very well done.
If I have to watch The Lake House, I'm gonna get a doozy for you to watch.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
How come Siri is now talking to me? What is happening? So Summer says you watch tonight, John. And McKee says, yeah, right. He'll watch it when he watches the Santa Claus.
I will.
Dave Hoffman says Keanu's dramas are amazing. Lake House, Sweet November, River's Edge, Own Private Idaho. There's a lot of praise for Own Private Idaho. I've never seen it.
Let's watch. Older. Can we watch Own Private Idaho? Because I've never seen it either. But that's one I've always wanted. No, you can't make me.
Smith says 47. Ronan was really good.
Oh,
I liked it. I didn't remember it enough to put it on my list.
I've never seen it. That escaped me somehow.
I saw that in the movie theater. I remember when that came out. Okay, now one of my honorable mentions. I couldn't pick the movie, but it's one of my favorite Keanu Reeves performances. Toy Story 4. Remember? He was like the Canadian daredevil biker guy.
He stole the show in that movie.
So good.
He stole the show. I feel like he needs to do a non-goofy like Bill and Ted type of comedy.
Yeah.
He needs to do
a Mark Wahlberg.
Maybe, yeah, like a Step Brothers.
No, I know
that's not, yeah, but
like the other guy.
Yeah, something like that. He needs to do a comedy like that.
Yeah.
I would love to. I'd pay to see that.
Another one of my honorable mentions is you haven't seen it, but I couldn't pick the movie because it's not about him, but one of my favorite roles he's ever done. If you've seen this movie on Netflix called You'll Always Be My Maybe, it blew up. Everybody loved it. But one of my favorite parts is through the whole movie, she's talking about her new boyfriend, whatever. And then her new boyfriend finally walks in. It's slow motion Keanu Reeves and his hair is flowing. And he's like pointing to all the people in the scene, like, yeah. Like,
I think you showed me that scene alone. I should
pull this clip up. It's hilarious. It makes the movie. He's so good. He's playing almost a caricature of himself.
Right.
But like, it's glorious. And I honestly think that roles like that has brought him back into the public spotlight of being like our favorite America's sweetheart of the, for guys.
But let's also give him props for
Dave,
being
is that kaboom for is that what the guy says in the Toy Story 4? Is that his catchphrase?
Maybe, yeah.
I can't remember. I need to go back and watch the clips. We should actually probably put these, we need to have a way that we can research clips fast and put them up.
The last thing I want to say about Keanu Reeves, because I know I mentioned something about like early on bad acting, but I want to end on like the guy is a superhero because he's a good person. I don't know. it should be common knowledge. I think a lot of people know this, but he gave $75 million back to the crew of the Matrix. So the people that did hair, makeup, and stagehands, and
that's
like
how much money
grips.
The Matrix made too. That's
ridiculous. How much money. And he's like, look, this was a group effort. We all made this iconic film. Here's money. He gave them $75 million. Unbelievable.
I think I might have a Kaboob clip after I get past the ad and I can actually play it for the audience.
We're all hearing the ad, so.
No, we are. We're hearing it.
Oh.
They're not yet. Now.
Did you hear it? I think you heard it.
I have to put it in tech time. We need like tech noise because we don't have a tech
I have some good elevator music I've been practicing. You ready?
Okay, go for it.
Do 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 do.
All right, I'm adding the stream. Great. And let's play it. You guys hear it?
You can bring home to Kaboom. Who's the most spectacular daredevil Canada has ever seen? Are you kidding?
It's a commercial. It's not real. I can't jump that far. Oh, yeah. Huh, yes. Huh?
He's posing. I have a question. Well, actually, not just one. I have all of them.
Hey, she was in Bill and Ted.
Kaboom. Rated G.
Everyone?
That is fantastic. They said they are hearing the music because they heard my ads too. That is awesome.
I told you the ads.
That is awesome. I want to see if maybe I can find that quick Keanu in the. So any other, are we missing any Keanu movies, people? I know, Jenna, thank you for the yays. You could hear it. Finally, we're fixing our life here. Always be my maybe. Let's see if we can get that scene.
Which scene?
It's like it's too light. It's the dinner scene. I don't want to take time to look for it, but look it up. It's really funny. Actually, just go see Always Be My Maybe on Netflix. It's really charming and fun, even if you're a dude and don't usually like romantic comedies.
I like them.
Our baby, it's one of your favorite times of the day.
Wait, what time is that?
I don't know. What time is that?
This is the
I feel like we need a graphic. We need a Nerd News graphic.
Yeah. In your face. Extreme.
So The Matrix, as we've been talking about, has been in the news this past week. Have you seen it?
I have not. Great. Well, I knew Matrix 4 was in production. But
you remember the names of the guys who directed Matrix?
The Wachowski sisters now.
Well, exactly. That's why they're in the news. It's a big deal that like not only if they are trans and are female now, but like it's a big deal that like only one of them is directing the new Matrix, and they were asking Keanu about this whole thing. But anyway, my thought, what I wanted to bring up about this whole thing was that I just love to say now that the Matrix was directed by women. Take that, Hollywood. One of your biggest movies ever in life. Because they like to say that women can't handle this and handle that. Meh. Ha! We need a ha button.
I had no problem with that. It's a great movie.
Wait, what?
It said it's women directed it. Like it changes anything.
But then you said I don't have no problem with that. It's a great movie.
Yeah, whether it's directed by a woman or a man.
Yeah, but you made it sound like it's still a great movie, even though a woman directed it. Oh my gosh. Another thing you may not know that I found out this week. Do you know Elizabeth McGovern? Downton Abbey. She was Cora Crawley. She was the mom in Downton Abbey.
Wait.
Countess Grantham.
Oh, the American.
Yes. Okay. Who's married to the
Cora.
Did you know she used to be married to Sean Penn?
What?
For some reason, I just needed to put those two together, and I know it's not like nerdy news,
weird.
But exactly. Like I couldn't put them together.
I still think Sean Penn's together with Madonna. That's how far back I go. He's not?
She's just so. Huffman is mentioning some great supporting roles like Parenthood, Babes in Toyland.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Babies in Barrymore. I don't even remember those movies though, to be honest.
107 movies. If you do the math, he's done like 2 movies a year for every year he's been in the movies.
Some more film and TV news. Yes. Mandalorian season 2 has a premiere date.
Yes, October 30th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mark the calendars.
Oh, I can't wait.
Y'all got to stay up on top of it because we will be talking about it each week. So don't waste time. Just get on it.
Yes.
You have any other film?
I have some film and TV news. Yes. The creators of the Game of Thrones Weiss and Benioff, are doing a new show. They're adapting some really popular sci-fi novels, The Three-Body Problem. And I am so excited about it. Like, they've shown some concept art. Holy crap.
What is it about?
Exactly. So it is the show is going to start in the 1960s.
Okay.
And Earth experiences alien contact for the first time.
Okay.
And it shows how we as a world are dealing with it through until the end of time.
So like it's realistic?
Yeah, yes. I don't know. I haven't read the novels or, I kind of want to read the novels. They were like Hugo Award winning novels.
We're still getting through
right.
What's the one we're getting through?
Oh yeah. Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson.
Yes.
And Lightning Thief, which I'm enjoying very much, but we're still trying to get through that.
I'm working with a new crew at work. One of the guys there, Logan, had a really bad spoiler for me.
That if he says accidentally, I'm going to punch him and you, Logan. I know you. I don't know you, but there'll be double punches.
He's a good guy. All right.
So are you. But if you spoil it.
I know. I'm getting punched.
But I keep threatening him. I'm like, I'm through chapter 9 and I'm waiting. And I'm like, I'm going to tell you what happens if you don't
I'm
catch
caught up.
Are you caught up?
Yeah. We'll
Okay.
just double check.
Just in case they're not.
Exactly.
They're not. Any other film and TV news?
No.
Okay, so I have a bunch of gaming news.
I have some gaming news. Oh, we probably have the same gaming news.
Well, what is your gaming news?
It has to do with Fortnite.
Okay.
Is yours?
Yes, but one of them.
Okay. So Fortnite's new season came out and they have a huge partnership with Marvel.
That's not my news. I didn't think that's news at all. Everybody knew.
Oh.
Is there news coming?
Okay. Yes, there is. Thank you very much. Little patience is a virtue.
I thought you were telling everybody that it was like Marvel.
Anyway, Fortnite dropped all these Marvel characters. You could be Thor, She-Hulk. It's really awesome. But did you know
But
that
it's still Fortnite, so it's only this awesome.
But did you know that the partnership is crossing over into the Marvel's comic world?
Oh, brother.
Like in the last page and frames of the last Wolverine #4 or whatever, he's like looking up, and there was a cinematic intro for Fortnite's revealing of all these Marvel characters where they got beamed up through this rainbow thing. So in the frame of the comics, and this happened in Silver Surfer or Fantastic Four, he got beamed up in the comic and got sent to the Fortnite world. Why are you disappointed? It's a cool crossover.
I don't think Fortnite should be going into Marvel Comics. Fortnite is like, it's this ridiculous phenomenon that's not even the game is annoying as heck.
You could say hell, but it's not annoying. We put in tons of good hours on that game.
Smith, that's not news, John. Fortnite and Marvel have been running for 2 weeks. But I get it. Your news is about
But I
the
have
crossover.
more news.
Wait, if it's on Fortnite, but if not, hold on.
Well, like Wolverine's claw marks are appearing all over the Fortnite game. And I thought that was pretty cool.
I just don't agree that you should be putting Fortnite into the Marvel. I'm just not okay with it.
To honor Chadwick Boseman, they put up a huge panther statue in the south of the island on Fortnite.
That I will go see. I will play the game just to go see that.
Me too.
But the problem with Fortnite for me is that it's just it's continuing to perpetuate this masculine toxicity in gaming.
What?
And that's my problem with it. There's
It's
we're
gonna get into it.
There's nothing about it that's making it be like, hey, let's come together. For me, the Avengers and Marvel
Can't do that in a shooter.
Can you listen for
Yes.
5 seconds?
Go.
Marvel and the Avengers for me are about making the world a better place, about coming together as humans. Fortnite is about destroying each other and talking to each other like you're the freaking. See, this is what happens when I talk about Fortnite.
Listen, first of all, the crossover is to battle Galactus, the planet eater, the bad guy.
You're not hearing my point.
But inherent in the gaming world, if you're doing a shooter, it's not going to bring people together.
But is it okay that you're in a shooter world? Like, okay, the other day, guys, I forgot to make a party chat when I was playing with myself. I do a party chat normally, so I don't hear the crap happening in the game or earbuds from the guys. So it's me and 3 strangers, which are all guys. I turn my mic off. I'm not going to talk. And this one guy is just being totally nasty the whole time. Like, oh, you guys just being completely disgusting and like making the game not fun. Finally, it's like a break so I can hurry up and put on the party chat so I'll have to hear him the rest of the time. Literally ruined my gaming experience. That kind of world should not be brought to Marvel. Marvel going to them is fine. Marvel can bring the world together.
I see what you're talking about, but in terms of Fortnite itself, I think they're trying to send a better
No, Fortnite is trying to make a lot of money and get out there. Fine.
True that.
So on the news of Fortnite, though, did you know Apple officially kicked them to the curb?
Yeah.
Like officially,
Yes.
you're banned. You can't be on here.
Huge news because
They can't make any Apple products whatsoever right now. I actually think Samsung, because I'm a Galaxy user, I think Samsung Android should jump up and be like, welcome, Fortnite. Let's help you do what you want to do.
Well,
It
I'm
would be
telling
a
you,
very big gain for
Apple
them.
they're rolling the dice here. They're a behemoth. Apple is a huge conglomerate. They are a giant. They are Goliath, okay? They were David back in the day. Now you've got Epic Games. They are the new David, but they're packing heat.
Yeah.
You know, they don't throw a weak punch. This is a big company.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of influence right
That's
now.
why I think Android would pick them up and welcome them. It could move a lot of people
Well,
over to the
they want to start their own
I know.
distributing.
Right. So they get all the
Yeah,
money. But I'm
exactly.
saying, like, if I were Android, right, and I want to get more users, I want to pull you iPhone users to me. I would say, look, we're gonna let you do it, and we're gonna take something measly, 1%.
Yeah.
And then you can have our whole platform, and then all these people would move over.
Yeah.
More news in the PS world. So have you seen all the hype building up for PS5?
Yes.
So did you know that they're only allowing selected users to pre-register to buy one?
What?
And so Sony, this is actually last week's news. I forgot to tell you. So it's 2 weeks ago. But Sony 2 weeks ago opened registration for a chance to pre-order the next generation game console.
What?
But only selected users will be able to be invited to pre-order. And here's what I thought. At first I was mad, and then I thought that worked really well because immediately I went, I want to be able to pre-order. Yes.
Gosh dang it.
Well, it worked.
Is it a ploy?
It
Because
worked.
it totally worked.
It totally
I was
worked.
really angry.
Yep.
What's Jason Smith have to say there about Fortnite?
Jason Smith said the stuff that Fortnite is doing in video games is literally changing the gaming world. Nobody did live concerts and games before them. Hate the game, appreciate what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Well, that's my point, though. I'm fine with us going to Fortnite. I'm not okay with Fortnite going to Marvel. That's the difference I'm having. Until it becomes a more loving community. I actually just saw there's a whole thing with one of the film companies I know of is letting you submit movies to be part of this sort of in-game. It's okay.
I like it. I think Fortnite crossing over, you wouldn't expect to see, your comic legends dealing with a Fortnite universe. I thought it was cool.
I want to get through our gaming news really quick. The other thing is for Nintendo Switch users, Nintendo is turning the original Super Mario Brothers into a 35-player battle royale game called Super Mario Brothers 35.
You didn't lead with this?
It'll allow 35 players on October 1st, exclusively to Nintendo Switch Online subscribers. 35 players will get to battle it out simultaneously until one is left standing. We don't have Switch, so we can't play that.
I'm dropping banana peels behind my butt.
No, not Mario Kart.
What'd you say?
Super Mario Brothers.
Oh.
It's even weirder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why am I let down so much right now?
It's a very weird choice. And also, finally, guys, this month's PS Plus free games are Street Fighter 5 and PUBG, which we actually downloaded, so we will be on playing if you're playing. And one more little bit of news. Can I share the stupidest news I've read in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Not only do films still make Daisy Ridley audition.
What? No, you lie.
But no one has been hiring her very much since Star Wars. She's brilliant.
Yeah.
Hollywood, get your crap together.
Are you kidding me? She's got an audition?
I know. I know. She has held together how many movies now as the lead?
The lead.
And it's outstanding as the lead.
Yes.
I'm just saying I will cast her in anything. If I had money to pay for her, but she's getting it.
Man. That's a bummer.
Oh, wait, Dave Hoffman says something I didn't know. Fortnite was on Google Play and they kicked them out of the store also.
Ooh, the plot thickens. So they probably did that in solidarity because even Google's side, they weren't. Fortnite is establishing that they want their own money.
I get it. I just think they're dumb for doing that. Okay. Pandemic news.
Oh.
Disneyland. There's really good rumors, but they're always rumors. That they're going to reopen this month on September 28th. They've got the plexiglass is already up for between the ticket taker and the people.
How are the lines going to work?
Okay, well, two things. One, the reason I'm butting this is because they're not taking reservations for hotels until at least October. But maybe that's because I've also heard the other rumor is that they're going to let, like, they're going to only open, say, outdoor rides first, which is freaking stupid. There's like 5 outdoor rides in 2 parks. They're going to let certain amounts of people come in first. So they may not be letting travelers come in for a while.
So weird.
But we're going to go because we're those people. So you can judge us all you want. We will be there.
We can't touch railings. I mean, this.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Hotbed for this stuff.
What if we just have we have a little Jedi utility belt that has like hand sanitizer?
Yeah, with like 17 cartridges each side.
It's just I don't know. That's to me that's like the first good pandemic news I've heard because I really want Disneyland back open. Mm-hmm. We need places to go.
We do.
Did you have any pandemic news?
It still sucks.
You're back at work.
Back at work.
We're sweating our faces off.
Wearing a mask, wearing a face shield.
Well, I guess then they only have one link left to say. Oh, come on. You really want to do that in like the 2 minutes we have?
Yes!
Fine. I'm going to give him his nerd fight. He hasn't had to have one in weeks, and he's really wanting to do
I'm jonesing for a nerd fight. Okay. Can't do that one.
All right. I'm picking a black card.
Okay. Oh, wait. 2 black. Sorry. Pick your white card first, but keep that one. Oh, God. 2 black cards now. 2 black cards.
I don't know who this is.
All right.
Okay.
This is going to be an interesting fight, everyone.
This is actually pretty hilarious.
Okay. Who are you?
Okay. I'm a demon-possessed car.
You're a demon-possessed car.
Mm-hmm.
I am Nickelback.
So everybody already hates you. You're already the enemy. And I could run you over.
Okay. But I am Nickelback. I have legions of fans.
Wow. This is Bizarro World.
But Nickelback is popular.
That's so funny. You actually pulled legions of fans.
No. I'm saying I'm already making my case.
You don't have legions of fans. You have everybody who hates you.
Well, let's be honest. Nickelback sells out concerts somehow. Do they? They do. But I am Nickelback wearing high heels, armed with a chainsaw.
If Nickelback can run after me in high heels with the chainsaw while I'm a demon-possessed car, running you over and running away. I mean, I may have literal jazz hands.
Wait, you have literal jazz hands on the side of your demon-possessed car. Great.
And I can draw a new character with new attributes. Oh, I can draw a new character with new attributes as my sidekick. Aha. Wait, these are that's it. Okay.
But
that's I see. Yes. I see. I'm also a college a cappella group in a berserk rage.
I'm Nickelback's winning this fight.
How are you winning this fight?
First of all, there's multiple members in the band. Your car that's possessed with jazz hands and your sidekick of a cappella group who's probably in the car can only get one of the members before our chainsaw takes you out. My
acapella group is not in the car. They're outside the car singing a song in their rage.
Yes, but my chainsaw cuts them all down.
Even if you could probably kill my sidekick, you're not killing my demon-possessed car. There's no way.
People, who's winning this fight?
I just think that you're crazy and it's not going to happen.
Ryan Cooper, Christine versus Nickelback. Yes.
Who's winning? Christine or Nickelback? Christine killed a lot of people.
She did. Maybe she will kill Nickelback.
It's a demon car with its own theme music, John. It's a cappella theme music, but it's still good.
You see the cast of Glee singing a song next to a demon car.
Do you think there's any way you just want to win?
I want to win. I want to win. Look, I have a chainsaw that will mess a car up.
You have to win right now. We have to wrap it up right now.
You win. I'm not going to go against a car.
Thank you, guys.
Cars win.
The car in your heels, John. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thanks, nerds.
Just going to end us by finding out how to actually do this properly and say, you know what I wanted to say? Be excellent to each other. You've been listening to Two Nerds in a Garage podcast. If you're having fun nerding out with us, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Rate and review as it really helps others find the show, which helps us. We're also on all of your other favorite podcast apps, as well as on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
This show is supported by our listeners just like you. Please visit twonerdsinAgarage.com to find all the ways you can help keep supporting us, including our merch shop and direct donations through PayPal. Thank you again for being on this hero's journey with us.